Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm so excited to kick off another loanDepot virtual job fair. Our last job fair was amazing, and we were able to connect with hundreds of folks just like you. Today, you'll get to hear directly from some of our key leaders across the organization, learn a little more about the loanDepot secret sauce, and connect with us about the next step in your career. Promises to be really informative and lots of fun. If at any point you'd like to talk with our recruiting team and inquire about any specific positions or just request general information, please text LDFAIR, F-A-I-R, to 40458. Or you can always check out our open positions on our careers page at loandepot.com. If you have any questions for our all-star panel, please note them in the comments section. I can't promise that we'll get to everything, but we will absolutely try our best. We're really looking forward to interacting with you today. So with that, let's get started. First, let's say hello to Alex Madonna, who's our EVP Direct Lending. Hi, Alex.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Would you mind introducing some of the folks on your team?
Yeah, so representing our sales group in direct lending, I've got Giorgio Bertol, who's our SVP of Direct Lending Sales. Say hello, Giorgio. And
good afternoon, everyone.
I can formally congratulate Giorgio on his 9-year anniversary with the company this week. So nice work,
congrats, GB.
And then we've also invited our VP of Training and Development, Matt Palmer, to join us today.
Very good. Thank you so much, Alex. In addition, we also have Viviana Abarca, our SVP of National Underwriting. Hi, Viviana.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Please welcome Crystal Sharp, our VP of Operations.
Hi.
And Ted Zebfel, who oversees operations for our group. Please say hi to Ted. Oh. And last but certainly not least, I would love to introduce Erica Dana, who is our VP of Recruiting. Welcome, Erica.
Hi, team. Thanks for the invite.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and get started. And again, for those folks who are watching us today, we would love to have comments. We would love to see you say hello in our comments section. Erica, I believe our recruiters are standing by to interact with folks in the comments right now, correct?
They're ready.
All right, so let's do it. Alex, what positions are you looking for in the loanDepot sales organization right now?
So we are currently hiring for our ACES program, which we'll talk a lot about today. But for our ACES program, we're hiring in our Southern California locations, our Scottsdale, Arizona location, and also our Southfield, Michigan location, which is obviously right outside of Detroit. We are also hiring experienced loan officers. So for all of you experienced loan officers, first of all, thanks for everyone tuning in. But if you're experienced, we're also hiring for positions throughout all 6 direct lending campuses throughout the United States. And there's a few additional remote opportunities that we'd be happy to discuss on a one-to-one basis.
Excellent. Ted, would love to hear from you. What roles, what openings do you have in operations right now that people could potentially apply for?
Yeah, we have openings as loan processing assistants, closers, underwriters, processors, all across the board, leadership positions as well. I think the great thing is that it goes all the way from unskilled all the way to very skilled, senior leadership positions. So if you're interested, please reach out.
Excellent. And Erica, we've obviously just touched on sales, we've touched on operations, and then I could already see some questions coming in on the comments. Those aren't the only positions we're hiring for right now, correct?
Correct. We have many recruiters, honestly, covering all channels. We've got a ton of openings in our IT department. Corporate is blowing up from HR, legal, marketing, pretty much everything under the sun right now. Mortgage is an excellent industry to be in. So all channels are open and available right now.
Excellent. And again, we can't say it enough. We have our recruiters standing by in the comments section. But Erica, how about you give another shout out to the short code if people want to text their information and get in contact right away?
Yes, and for any interested applicants, you can text LDFAIR to 40458. You'll go through just a quick text chat to get to know you a little bit better. What's your area of expertise? What's your location? So that we can then take you guys and disperse you to the appropriate recruiter that will get you scheduled and screened with our channel leaders.
Excellent. Thanks, Erica. Alex, I would love to have you tell us a little bit more about the company. You've been with loanDepot since the very beginning. What's the loanDepot magic?
I'd say there's a lot of loanDepot magic, but to kind of talk about a few things that stand out to me. First and foremost, it starts with our CEO and founder. So for those of you that may not know and are just becoming educated or are learning and are new to loanDepot, loanDepot was founded just under 11 years ago as purely a direct lending organization, consumer direct. It's obviously broadened out. We have distributed retail branches throughout the United States. We have a wholesale channel. We have servicing, escrow. We have a host of other verticals at this point. But it started back 11 years ago, and really through the vision of our founder and chairman, which is really to be on the leading edge of technology and to create loan processes that make our customers' lives better, really. And as the world has continued to migrate further and further into the digital age, our founder, dating back to 2009, 2010, really was at the front end of that. And then I'd say for internally, what some of the magic, we really are a small company, a large company, but really with a small company feel. And what I mean by that is most of the leadership has been here for many, many years. And we remain deeply connected with our employees, despite the fact the company's obviously grown to over 8,000 employees. And for all of you interested candidates out there, I think as it's relevant to you tuning in today, I think the ability to work with the very, very brightest minds in the industry, in all groups, whether it be technology, operations, capital markets, sales, whatever you're interested in, it really gives you the ability to work with the brightest minds in the industry and really make a long-lasting career in this industry.
Thanks, Alex. Viviana, Alex is making some terrific points about why now is a great time to consider making the move to loanDepot. If a candidate were to ask you, why now, why loanDepot, what would your response be?
Innovation. So speaking specifically to operations, we are making a lot of advances with technology. We're getting very innovative in how we serve our customers in the way that they want to be served, not your traditional flow that many of us in the industry are used to. So I would say if you're looking for a place that embraces change and embraces innovation with technology at the forefront, loanDepot is the place for you. We also, like Alex said, big company, small feel. We love serving our customers, but we also love having fun while we're doing that. We interact with each other. We really like to keep that rapport, even working from home, like all of us are right now. So I would say innovation, the fact that we enjoy what we do, and our culture. Our culture is pretty awesome here.
Awesome. Thanks, Viviana. Appreciate those comments. Tammy, would love to hear from you. We've been spending a few minutes talking about some of the positions that are open in both operations and sales. And I'll toss you sort of the same question that we've been talking about. Why loanDepot? What makes loanDepot special?
Well, I like what Viviana said, the people. Anthony Shea's vision is the reason why I came to loanDepot. And it may sound like, well, what does that mean, right? Anthony Shea's vision. But he's very clear on his social media posts, on his appearances on TV and other media streams, that he plans to be that customer brand that serves customers the way they want to be served. And Mello, which is our technology brand, really is Greek for about to be. And Anthony always is making sure that we're anticipating what's about to be as far as customer expectations and being able to serve customers the way that they are expecting. And so I love that. I love that we're a very customer-centric company. And I know that it sounds simple, but there are a lot of sales-centric companies. There's different focuses, but for us, it's all about the customer. And it does make our sales team and our operations team successful to focus on the customer's expectations, but it's really comes from the top, from Anthony, and that is his vision, along with us being so tech forward, which is another thing that I love, that really tech is supposed to make complicated things simple. And Anthony and what he's done with his vision for our company is to be able to support our associates and our customers with great technology that can help them to make the complicated process of getting a loan much more simple, much more accessible, and be able to serve more customers. So that's why I'm here. It's Anthony Shea's vision.
Thanks, Tammy. I'd love to jump into some of the comments and questions that we're getting. And please, by all means, keep them coming. We want to interact and get to know as many of you as we can today. And I can see our recruiters are standing by right now. GB, we're getting a few questions about whether or not someone needs experience to join the loanDepot sales team.
Yeah, actually, you don't need any experience. We prefer to have some type of sales background, but it's not necessarily what you really need. I mean, you just have to have a really positive mindset, have a lot of fire in the belly, willing to do whatever it takes, and really be customer centric as the people that we're looking for, that have a sales background, maybe some sales background experience, but you don't necessarily need to have experience to join our ACES program. We teach you everything. Once you're done with our ACES program, you're going to be a master. You're going to get your MBA in mortgage lending after our ACES program.
Thanks, GB. Appreciate it. Crystal, how about on the operations side? What sort of folks, what sort of experience levels are you looking for? Entry level, more experienced? We'd love to hear more.
Yep, it's a little bit of both. So the great thing about my area, so I support national support functions for operations. So I love to get a mix of folks who don't have experience, because similar to what JB said, it's that fire in the gut, right? It's the one that's going to make you passionate and just fall in love with mortgage. And we love to have those newbies and allow them that opportunity to fall in love. And then on top of that, some of the other experience that we need, of course, in condo specialists, we do need experience in condo, but we do have roles similar to coordinators where we'll be able to groom them into a more experienced role later on. So it's great growth opportunity and advancement.
Thanks, Crystal. Alex touched on where some of the sales positions are located. Ted, would love to hear from you where your operations folks would be located.
I think with a lot of us, when COVID hit, it was kind of the scary premise that we'd be remote. But luckily, loanDepot had been prepping for years for this with contingency plans, and working remote has gone really flawlessly from day one. With technology being the backbone of our company, we'd be able to prep for that. And with that, my positions are all remote. That's not to say that long-term, if you wanted to work in an office, we have offices all around the country. Could probably find a place for you to have that permanent home. But right now, we are remote. We'll continue to be remote until it's safe for everybody. And there's no intention that if you want to be remote in the future, of bringing you back. So know that you can work anywhere. You can work from the beach, like Tammy always says, her favorite place to work, as long as you get the job done. And it's really exciting time that we have this flexibility to be able to be not only at work, but also at home and spend time with their families and be safe in such an unsure and kind of scary time.
Thanks, Ted. And I'll remind folks, if you're interested in checking us out, interested in learning more, please text LDFAIR, loanDepot Fair, LDFAIR to 40458. Matt, I'll toss it to you. This brings up an interesting question. We're remote, we're national. How do folks go about getting the training they need to begin their very successful career at loanDepot? Oops. Perfect.
Yeah, I think that's a great question. It definitely was a lot of anxiety for everyone as we went into this, because we're used to being in person. We're used to being in classrooms. And, even me personally, I was like, how is this going to work? But really, the entire training team rallied together. The ideas we got from other companies, the business, just everywhere. And we really pulled together a seamless training experience. So everybody who's going through this training experience, especially as Alex mentioned, the ACES program, GB mentioned you're getting an MBA in this program. It is fully supported. We've built websites, we've built virtual content. We're able to interact much like we're interacting with people right now. And we're actually able to really get to know what people know and build some sort of culture. We were worried, we wouldn't really get to know people in this virtual environment, but we, in some cases, have gotten to know people even better and help them support in their new careers. So it's a really exciting time, the technology being the backbone of this, and our team's ability to just connect virtually. It's just been a perfect, timing and ability for us to even be able to do this.
Viviana, Matt touched on, obviously, we're all living and working through the COVID-19 pandemic right now. And at loanDepot, we're serving individuals and families all across the country during this very important time. It can be a little daunting, I think, to consider, changing companies or even changing careers during a time like this. What advice would you have for someone who's considering that?
100%. I mean, COVID impacted so many people in various ways, right? Both from a health perspective, a financial perspective, and just how we run our day-to-day lives. But if I could give anyone any kind of advice looking to make a change right now, is follow an innovative leader, which Tammy spoke to earlier, Anthony Shea, our CEO and founder. Innovation of helping customers the way they want to be served with technology at the forefront. And the other piece of advice I would give is ask questions. So loanDepot had a plan pre-COVID, and we have a plan post-COVID. We're still on that track. And that planning, along with that vision, is what I hope will make some people a little more comfortable in wanting to make a change right now.
And Erica, for those folks who, might not be ready to apply, but would really love to have some, conversations about the best ways to get started, to learn more about the company, what would your advice be?
Well, first, I say put your name in the hat. It's only going to our recruiting team, and anything that is said to us can be held in confidence. So be sure to just text to LD Fair to 40458. We'll be sure to make sure that the conversation stays inside of our group if that's where it needs to be, and just give you additional insight and let you kind of let us know next steps for you as a candidate.
What is the typical interview and onboarding process like? Again, we are remote right now. What is that typical time frame?
So we understand that, especially experienced mortgage professionals, if you're on the market, it's not for very long. And so we have an excellent partnership with our sales leaders, with our operations leaders, that when we have what I would consider a hot candidate, we try to make that screening process within one day, schedule your interview for the following day. And I've got conversations every day with the channel leaders of who did we talk to, who are we making offers to, give me those competitive offers. We'll get creative when we have to and do what it takes to get you in the door. We want not only to fill our positions, but we want to fill them with the right people.
Excellent. And speaking of filling those positions, Alex, how would you describe, we've talked about the culture at loanDepot, we've talked about the loanDepot magic, but within the sales organization and ops too, and really all across loanDepot to all 9,000 team members, I see so much community, unity, support, togetherness. What does that look like in the sales organization?
Well, I think we have community both in and out of loanDepot. So starting outwardly, we believe to our core that our philanthropic efforts are vital to the community, both in and outside of loanDepot. So starting with events like War Heroes in Water, which is created by our CEO. Ted actually has the T-shirt on I can see right now, which really honors our wounded veterans and warriors, serving United Cerebral Palsy here in Southern California, along with the Boys and Girls Club, to name a few. Inwardly, as I mentioned earlier, the community is built based upon, a majority of our leadership and the longevity of our leadership, i.e. what I mentioned earlier of Giorgio's 9-year anniversary. Viviana has been here a long time, et cetera, where you have leaders in their positions for many years, ultimately, now tasked to serve in the very role that they previously were in themselves. So I think that creates some really unique synergies that we have with our staff. It really allows a unique understanding and connection with your employees when you've done the job that they did. You understand what it takes to be successful in the role that they're in today, and you can connect and relate with them in a very different and meaningful way. So those are a couple things that stand out. I'm sure Tammy's got a few others.
Tammy, the community and unity across operations is amazing as well. Would love to have you touch on that for your group. And I can see Crystal shaking her head as well. Would love to hear more.
One of the things, and I agree with Alex, and especially War Heroes on the Water has just been so amazing for our company. And anybody that wants to be a part of it can look at our LinkedIn for our company, and you can even be a part of this amazing thing where we are serving veterans that have served our country. And these war heroes have been wounded, in that service to us. And it's something that we can do to give back to them. And it just fills us with pride. So definitely, if you're interested in just joining us in that cause, you should look that up on our LinkedIn website. But back to unity within the ops team. We're really one team, ops and sales. We're all just mortgage professionals getting the deal done for the customer. We're all one team together. And I think that really, a lot of people strive for that, but it comes from the top, and we are all one team. So even like if you're in retail or direct or partnership lending, whatever area that we're in, we all are working together to serve those loanDepot customers. So customers can come to us a lot of different ways, but we use all of our strength and resources and even happiness to get their deals done for them. But as an operations leadership team, we all get together and say, okay, what have we got to do today? Which customers are needing to be served? And then Ted will jump in and say, hey, I can help with that. And Crystal will jump in and say, I can help with that. And together, that's how we win. And that's the whole culture of our operations team. But, when you talk operations and sales, it really doesn't compute with how loanDepot works, because we're just one team working together as mortgage professionals to get the deal done for the customer.
I love that. That's right. One team working together on behalf of the customer to serve the customers the way that they want to be served. Crystal, you're, I believe, on this panel, one of the newest members of our team. What drew you to loanDepot originally, and what have you seen now that you've been here, a few months?
I feel like I've been here 10 years with everyone else. It's interesting because I'm from Arizona, so I hadn't heard a lot about loanDepot prior to coming on board, just because I'm in Arizona and it wasn't technically a hub. But what drew me was the leadership. I know we talk a lot about Anthony Shea, as well as Tammy. I mean, I'm an ops girl at heart. I grew up in ops. I watched my mom manage in ops, and I remember the type of culture and environment she set for her employees. I wanted to graduate out of high school and go into that environment and be around people like that. So Tammy drew me into that happiness and unicorns and Skittles and rainbows here at loanDepot, and I've loved every moment of it since. It's really the leadership, honestly, leadership within our team.
The leadership at loanDepot is amazing, as are all of our 9,000 plus associates. It's something really, really special to behold. I think it would be great for us. We're getting a few questions from, I think, people who are just joining us during the broadcast, which is fantastic. Ted, can you remind folks the jobs, the openings that you have in operations right now and where those are located?
Yeah, we are fully remote, so you can be located anywhere in the United States. I have experienced all the way to non-experienced roles. We have loan processing assistants, loan processors, closers, underwriters, underwriting managers, regional level leaders across the board. And the best time to join a company is when the market's really great, and that's right now. So if you're looking to make a change, know that you're making a change to a company that has a plan for this market and has a future plan after this market goes away.
Very good. GB, Giorgio, sales roles that are open right now?
We're hiring both experienced and non-experienced, just like Ted. So we have our ACES program that we mentioned that you don't need any sales experience at all. So we'll teach you the business from very start to the very finish. We're also looking for experienced loan officers. So if you're an experienced loan officers and have licenses, we're hiring top producers. So if you're a top producer, let us know. We'd love to talk to you as well, confidentially.
Excellent. Erica, could you talk to us a little bit about the benefits available at loanDepot? That's something really important.
Yes, benefits also a hot topic right now for new hires. And I feel like I have to give a shout out to Laura, who runs our benefits department, along with the entire COVID response team. They've done an amazing job helping maneuver our 9,000 employees to be so well positioned, in our current environment. But one key benefit that they implemented really right when COVID started was ensuring that our new hires had health coverage on their first day. So this has been an awesome recruiting tool to have to kind of take that edge off when you're looking to make a move. People are naturally nervous, to have any sort of gap in coverage, which we totally understand. So we've got you covered there. And then also under that same provider, Anthem is our dental and vision. So you've got one provider for everything, makes life easier, and we've got a great 401k package with company match up to 6%, very competitive vesting period. And then from there, we can get pretty creative as to, what's most important to you and your family, whether that's pet insurance, or we've got Ovia Health, which is like a fertility treatment program. We've got a great DTO policy, which is discretionary time off for all of our exempt employees. So lots of great things that we offer to our benefits package. And actually, for any of those tuning in right now, you can go to a external website, loandepotlivewell.com, to see all the additional great things that we have to offer from a benefits perspective. So again, that's loandepotlivewell.com. So check it out. Lots of great stuff.
Hey, Erica, I love all of those benefits. TJ, one of the best benefits of coming to Loan Depot, and it's something different than I've seen in the mortgage industry, is this is really a career.
Right.
It's not just a job. And so there's career pathing available. If you are stuck in a certain position and you should be managing people, we have management opportunity. So if you're like that rock star processor that wants to be a processing manager, come on over, we'll give you the opportunity. If you are a processor that wants to be an underwriter, or an underwriter that wants to get your DE or VA authority, all of those types of sponsorship opportunities are available. So you should be looking to Loan Depot as your final move in your career, where you can achieve your goals, and that we will support you and help you to get the training that you need to be able to be that next level position that you're trying to get to. So we're inviting all rock stars to join.
All rock stars are absolutely, we would love to have you join our team. And I think Matt Palmer may have just flashed up. We need trainers too. We're absolutely looking for professionals in a host of areas. Erica touched on them earlier. Technology, corporate functions. We've obviously spent a lot of time in this conversation talking about ops and sales. Alex, I can see some questions coming in asking for a bit more detail about what the ACES program is and what the structure of the ACES program is.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. And, I'm going to echo some of the things that Tammy said here in a minute as well, as about the career opportunity, which really ties into what the ACES program is. So ACES program, as Georgia started to go into, is a comprehensive training program where we take sales professionals, ideally with some level of sales background. It doesn't need to be in the mortgage lending or financial services industry, but preferably in some form of sales. We bring you in, and through Matt Palmer's training group, we put you through 2 weeks of comprehensive preparation for the federal SAFE licensing exam, at which point, upon passing and becoming a licensed lending officer, that's through that portion, we put you through another 6 weeks of rigorous training, from mortgage sales to mortgage acumen, learning the end-to-end A to Z of what a mortgage is, all the way through a 6-month period of time. And so during that period, you're partnered up with the training team along with the business itself. So the folks that will actually be supporting you will be folks that have recently come off doing the exact job that you're training to do, which is a licensed lending officer. So they'll have a unique understanding of not just teaching you a new career, a new business, but also kind of the stresses that come along with changing careers and coming in to learn something new. So you kind of get a comprehensive group of folks that mentor you, coach you, and train you through 6 months of paid training, all the way through until you're fully licensed and fully productive. Through that process, we've seen some of our greatest success stories through our ACES program. Folks that have started at the very ground up, as I mentioned, through the ACES program, coming in unlicensed with limited, no mortgage background, with some sales experience, that have gone over 5, 7, 10-year careers to lead large sales campuses. People that have gone on to go into Matt Palmer's group to become a sales trainer, people that have gone on to Ted's world and Tammy's world to become processors, people that have gone into our technology department, our appraisal group, you name it. So there is a career path for you at loanDepot. We are a large company. The mortgage business and process is a very complex business with multiple departments attached to it. And there's an opportunity to grow within our company. Ideally, if you come in as a salesperson, we'd like to see you grow up through the sales organization. But we've seen many other success stories of folks that branch off to other departments, make great careers for themselves in other areas. So I guess the punchline is that, like Tammy said, this is not coming in for a job to punch in, punch out. This is really to latch on to something that's very, very meaningful. Ted Zetfeld brought up a very, very important point early on. So for those of you that are just tuning in, he said, loanDepot had a plan pre-COVID and we have a plan post-COVID. And so, what that means is this is a very, very favorable interest rate market, both for homeowners out there that are looking to buy a new home or to refinance their property. It's arguably the best interest rate climate in the history of our country right now as we sit here today. So a very great time to enter our business as an ACES person. But as the mortgage business is, interest rate climate and markets change. And as that happens, the companies that are positioned and have the strategy to withstand any market condition is ultimately what you should be looking for as a candidate looking to align yourself with a company. This company has a long-term strategy led by people like Tammy, led by people like Anthony Shea and others that really is going to, this is a long-term investment that you're making on yourself. And hopefully you can, see the type of success I have myself. I've been here for going on 11 years. So many of us have started at entry-level positions and worked their way up through the organization. And it's really, really an amazing opportunity for those of you that are interested.
Alex, I couldn't be more proud to be part of your team and our team. I keep thinking, if you want to raise your happiness level, you should come to loanDepot. If you want to raise your career opportunity, you should come to loanDepot. There's a little bit less happiness in the world right now, and you deserve happiness. You should come to loanDepot and have some fun with us.
Well said.
Tammy, we've received a few questions on what the training program or what the training process is for folks that are new entrants into the operations world at loanDepot. Could you touch on that?
Yeah, so as far as new people into the operations world, we have entry-level positions in regards to loan processor assistants that can come in. We also have some entry-level positions in Crystal's area where she can train you up on appraisal and condo. And we have setup positions where you can start setting up loans and learning about it. That's how I got into the business. I was a loan secretary setting up loans. So you should come in entry level. You can't learn it any other way. You can't get a degree in mortgage banking. So what Alex is telling you about is that you get sponsored to get a degree in mortgage banking that then can serve your family the rest of your life. I'm so grateful for the mortgage business, super grateful for loanDepot, and have found my forever home. But if you come in as an entry-level person, it gives you that foot in the door to learn an industry that will serve you for a lifetime.
Very well said, Tammy. We've talked a lot about what makes loanDepot so special and our community here at loanDepot. One of the things that I think is so powerful about our approach at loanDepot is and you touched on it earlier, Tammy, we're a consumer-centric organization. The customer comes first. Giorgio, I would love to hear your thoughts around, what our customers mean to us here at loanDepot.
Without a customer, we're out of business. So they're the most important thing. Every time we open up our paychecks, we know that those funds are being funded by our customers, and we need to take care of them. That's really our culture. Our culture is about winning, doing the right thing, doing whatever it takes for our customers. So, we look at every day like we're playing in the Super Bowl, right? And really taking care of our customers every single day is the most important aspect of our jobs. We have different policies and procedures to make sure that we return customers' phone calls within 24 hours. Without our customers, we know that, there's a lot of competition, And if we don't take care of our customers, someone else will. So that's our most important piece of it, is to really take care of our customers, because in return, they're going to take care of us. And that's how we've grown to have 9,000 people strong and build a lot of careers by taking care of our customers.
Thanks, Giorgio. Tammy, what do customers mean to you?
Everything. We wouldn't even have Loan Depot without our customers. We love our customers, and they're part of our family, and we're helping our family get into their homes. And there's no safer place than your home right now, especially with all the craziness. And so it feels personal when we're helping our customers. It feels wonderful when we're able to lower their payments and be able to give them a little extra money to help their family. Customers are everything to us. Without our customers, there would be no Loan Depot.
Agreed. Erica, Matt, looking through the questions and comments that we've been receiving, which are awesome. Thanks to everybody who's watching today and sending us information and asking us questions. We love to hear from you. Please keep it coming. We've gotten a fair amount of questions about opportunities in the recruiting and training worlds. Would love to hear you share. Thumbs up for Matt.
Come on over.
Matt's really eager. I'm letting him go first. He really needs.
Matt, what opportunities are available in training right now?
We have opportunities across the board. The biggest thing to remember when you're thinking about coming to Loan Depot, if you're doing any sort of comparison, is what you've heard 100 times on this call, which is the opportunity. Even if you're looking at an entry-level training, the train doesn't stop there, okay? There are positions and layers within my department that you have progression, you have opportunity. If there's a department that you wanted to get interested in, there's training opportunity there. We handle ops, we handle sales. There's so much opportunity. And, as Alex mentioned, I started as a processor here. And, I thought, hey, I like being a processor. And I really found a home in training. So you never know. The whole point of this entire call is you got to pick up the phone. You got to text us. You got to call in. Get in now. Almost doesn't matter where. Get in now. And you will find a home and a place to belong.
Yeah, I want to jump in and just spend a second before Erica talks a little bit more about our training program. We just talked about we are actively, obviously, hiring additional trainers, but the existing training group we have, I think it's obviously very relevant for all you candidates that are out there thinking, we're in the middle of a pandemic. There's a lot of uncertainty, making a career change. How am I gonna succeed learning virtually? I want to assure you again that we have a fantastic virtual training platform. The call that you're looking at us, or this video conference that you're looking at, it's very similar types of concepts where you'll learn very proactively, a lot of human touch, a lot of digital assets and libraries built so that you can obviously refresh on things that you've learned, but a lot of human contact, a lot of connectivity. And I just want to let everyone know that, whether it's sales or operations, the training platform and the folks responsible for making you successful and bridging the gap from making a career change are the very, very best in the business. I think if I was a candidate trying to make a career decision, that would be a very, very key part of that decision, is how quickly can I become successful? How quickly can I learn this new process? How quickly can I do what I want to do and achieve the goals that I'm after? The training team at Loan Depot will get you there very, very quickly.
Thanks, Alex. Erica, I can see that there's a lot of really great conversations going on in the comments right now between viewers and our recruiters, which is awesome to see. What are the time frames? If someone has reached out today, when can they expect to hear back from somebody?
So depending on the volume, which it sounds like is really high, which is exciting, we've got our work cut out for us. We plan to get through the entire list, though, by the end of this week, and to start at least getting those initial phone calls and screens done to have you talk with our channel leaders as early as Monday morning. For the sales side, we tend to do things a little bit differently from an interview perspective, since, to Alex's point, you're kind of all training and moving along the ACES program together. So we have specific start dates that we're working towards. So we'll get you in for one of our group interviews on the sales side. It'll be an amazing candidate experience, as it always is. And for the operations side, we'll get you in for the one-to-one video interviews, just like we're doing today. I mean, what is today, Wednesday or Thursday? I mean, I'm talking tomorrow, the next day. Like, we've added a ton of recruiters to our staff over the last 90 days. So we're prepared for this job fair, and we're ready to talk to people. So it will move along very, very quickly. And like I said, we've got amazing partnerships with our channel leaders to get us feedback quickly, as we know that mortgage talent is not staying on the market long.
Thanks, Erica. And as a reminder for everyone, to get started, they should reach out where?
You can text us to text LD Fair to 40458, quick chat, what's your location, area of expertise, so we can, get you in the right hands right out the gates. Upload your LinkedIn profile there, even better. And so give us a little bit more additional insight into who you are, so we can make sure that you're connected to the right individuals.
Excellent. And I know I speak for everybody on this call when I say, if anyone has questions for us, please reach out. We're all on LinkedIn. And we would absolutely love to hear from you, answer any questions that you may have about the amazing opportunities that are available at Loan Depot. We're having so much fun. I know we are getting down to the end of our time here for this broadcast. Before we go, Alex, Tammy, anybody really, I would love to hear, any final comments that you would like to share with folks that are watching today about why now is the right time to make a move to Loan Depot. Alex, let's start with you.
Yeah, I think, there's never a perfect time for anything. In my experience, if you have experience, whether you're coming into operations or you're an experienced licensed lending officer, things are good. So you're thinking, do I want to make a move right now? When things get a little bit more difficult, you say, well, I don't want to start a new career because it's a little bit more difficult. My advice is just come over here because you won't regret it. You have a plan that's been built and a strategy that's, as I said earlier, for those of you that are just tuning in, that's here for the long haul, not just to take advantage and capitalize on a great market environment and serve as many customers as we can right now, which we're doing, but for the long term. And if you're looking to build a career, there's no better time than now. And as I said earlier, we can diminish your learning curve with a great virtual training platform that will get you onboarded and up and running very, very fast, and obviously doing it from the comfort of your own home.
Thanks, Alex. Tammy?
I think that I really said it when I said raise your happiness level and find a career path. That's what Loan Depot can do for you. And when I got to Loan Depot, my first day, I was expecting something great, right? And it was better than I expected. And I wish that I was still back in the office some, because I miss all of my friends. I miss being with everybody. We're virtually with each other, but I do look forward to a time when we can be back in the office and hanging out with each other. The cool thing about Loan Depot is whether you've gotten used to doing your work in your jammies or whether you like going into the office, it's a place that you could do either and be able to really rock it. So coming to Loan Depot is the best decision that I made in my career. And it would be fun if you made that same best decision and came and were able to accomplish your career goals with us at Loan Depot.
Thanks, Tammy. Appreciate those comments. Today has been great. I really appreciate all of your time. I appreciate everyone who's been able to join us today on this job fair. It doesn't end here. If you would like more information, please reach out. You can continue to text LD Fair, FAIR, to 40458. You can absolutely reach out to any of us on LinkedIn. You can check out our website, and you could also email us at hello@loandepot.com. There are multiple ways to get in touch with us. We would love to hear from you and share with you some of the great opportunities that we have available at Loan Depot. We appreciate everyone's time today, and thank you so much. It's been fun. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks, T. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.